What's up? This is Copy Who. I'm Paul, the producer, and I am your host. Welcome to the show. Perdes hostes. Perdes hostes hostes. Perdes hostes. Perdes hostes hostes. Yeah! What's going on, everybody? I'm just in that kind of mood. I'm exhausted. I'm loopy. And if you don't have the attention span, if you don't like long format shows, skedaddle. I don't cater to the short attention span people. I don't cater to the goldfish of our generations. I cater to the people who want to get in deep and think and listen for a while. It's good for you to focus on something for a while. Trust me. My attention span sucks right now. My short-term memory sucks because I've woken up early for several days, but I'm coming here doing this for you. And for me. I'm doing this to be in a good mood. It's Friday night. What else am I going to do? Okay? No, I'm not going to go to the bar. It's too crowded. Don't want to expose myself to the viruses. And the viruses are defined as people, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. I am loopy right now. Loopy. Like Snoopy. Yeah, so I have a little bit of a new theme here. I started out with the graphic. I changed it blue, and I changed into a new little theme song here, and there's a new theme song at the end. And I just like it. It's a little more edgy. It's not so humorous, because I'm not so humorous. I'm in a darker mood, and that's how I want to express myself. Do you understand or not? What's up, my sweeties? Are you okay? Are you two okay? Welcome to the show. I know. And so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And it's nice to see you two here. And I'm glad that we're joining into the metaverse of this show. Copy Who, the influences that have made some kind of impact on me in my life. That all culminate here. Howard Stern, Alex Jones, what do you call it? The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, The Late Show with David Letterman, and Late Night with Conan O'Brien. And there's one more that is basically very much the inspiration for this look right here. That right there, the money shot, as I like to call it. And I'm redundant about the money shot because every time I see it and feel it, I'm like, yeah, the money shot. And I was trying to add some more red light accent around the right of the TV this week, and it didn't quite work as much as I wanted. It's a little bit there, and I'm just like, I don't know. And I'm looking at other LED meters to put in here that are bigger and with more bouncy lights, because I like those. I like the eye candy, you know. That's what I want. I have a little bit of what do we have here? I have this right here. I want to go to this really fast. So I have, it's sort of a then and now. It's not quite the point here, then and now. This is Jacinda Ardern. Is that her name? Jacinda Ardern. Yeah, I wrote that down. She is the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and this lady, this evil, wicked monster, is stepping down. She presided over the destruction of a country, the destruction of personal liberties. God knows for who, and why. But check her out. Like, this is a then and now. I wish it said when, but young, pretty, plump face, and over here looking sickly and disgusting, and I don't like her. And I'm glad she's going. We can celebrate that she's leaving, right? Yes. But hold on now, people. Wait. What's there to celebrate, okay? Is this something to be celebrated? Will they replace her with a much more undesirable meat puppet? Time will tell, Jacinda. You evil, wicked monster. You didn't cry hard enough when you lost your job and you stepped down. I wonder why you're stepping down. Because you're a villain, maybe? Because you're a party to war crimes against humanity? That's right. Bye. Bye. Hasta la vista, putana. Putana, meat puppet putana. I don't like you. I'm glad you're gone. You deserve to go. You hurt a people. You deserve to go. You deserve to go to prison. Putana. Okay. Enough of that. And speaking of the putana, I have some, here we go. I have some video from Rollo Tomassi, and I'm sure some putana will come up talking about in there. And so here we go. Just hold on one moment here. I set that up for you. I also have a fresh and fit clip tonight. That's what I want to cover. And I don't know why I'm talking this right now. It helps me flow. It helps me get my mind off myself. It helps me step outside myself to flow a little better. I also watched some show on Peacock. I'm forgetting the name now, where there was about the first 4 episodes were about this tiny little kid who's getting involved with a drug lord down in Mexico. And he's like, oh, no, you're too young. But then he got the kid involved in the act, and the kid was smart, and the kid was a little loopy and crazy, just like I'm loopy, but not homicidal. I don't beat people up, at least not for a darn long time. I've never really beat anyone up, but I have been pretty hostile at times. That is life for me once in a while. I cannot help that, much of it. But let's just do some commentary. So this is another video by Rollo. It's Rollo, right? Like tomato. It's not Rollo. Shit. I gotta brush up on my Italian, but that's a pseudonym for you. It's not your real name, dude. I'm Paul. What's your real name? Why do you hide behind a screen or behind a fake name, dude? I understand actually perfectly why. Because there are psychos in this world, and we don't necessarily want to put ourselves out there entirely. I completely get that. Rollo. I have to listen carefully to how people are addressing him with that fake name. But I'm telling you, I'm loopy tonight, but I want to hear what you have to say. We're going to sit and we're going to react to this video. We're going to relax. We're going to think about Andrew Tate, and we're going to be honest about what we say. And Matt Walsh, you're commenting on Matt Walsh. I'm commenting on you, commenting on Matt Walsh. And the subject is Andrew Tate. Here we go. You ready? I just want to have some dead air and make you wait. All right, then. I'm ready to go now.
Of course he's going to stand out. I said pretty much the same thing. I think I mentioned this when I was on with the Savo brothers, and you probably heard me talk about this. Probably a masculine geek, if you guys watch me, a masculine geek. If you want to be a millionaire today, here's my millionaire advice. Millionaire minute with Rollo Tomassi. You want to be a millionaire today?
Rollo.
Start writing characters like Captain Kirk. Start writing characters like Han Solo. Start writing tough guy.
Classic alpha male Superman that you can look up to, right, dude?
Who don't give two shits about the woke narrative.
Yeah.
Start writing characters.
I'm liking what you're saying already, Buster.
For the next big thing, right? Who are unapologetically.
I'm no Captain Kirk, but I am unapologetic.
You could call them, misogynist, whatever they are. Unapologetically, conventionally
sick of that
masculine. Term. Write those characters. You know why? Because
it's not conventional now.
Nobody knows what they are. I swear to God.
You know, when I sing Dean Martin, I have sung Dean Martin at the karaoke bar, certain songs by him, and when I'm done, I've said on the microphone, Dean Martin, when men were real men. And some people got a kick out of that. And it's kind of true. That was a lot more man in Dean Martin's day than men are now.
Man,
painful, blue-pilled, sissy white knights. Dag nabbit.
What was it? Let me pull him out real quick. I was watching
Preach.
There's a new series on Netflix, and it was called Treason. And I wanted to watch it because it had Charlie Cox in it. And Charlie Cox was the actor that played Daredevil in the Netflix Daredevil series, which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, I love that too.
And he's a really good actor, but my God, they made him the most weesh, effeminate,
Treason?
weak,
I have to check that out.
Masculine male character. There's no masculinity.
It's acting, dude. It's not real
whatsoever. And they basically the entire series, I think it was like 6 episodes, focuses on him being framed for treason in the UK, right? He became the director of MI6 or something like that. Again, it's the CIA. But all of the powerful characters, the CIA chick.
I don't want to be trained or framed for treason. I'm already scared enough of the government because I say a lot of shit that The government doesn't like. I'm not going to say I shouldn't say it. Maybe if I valued self-preservation, I wouldn't say it. But I say a lot of shit I shouldn't say. Like when I start out speaking Latin on this podcast tonight and I go, perdes hostes. Look that up.
Is this tall, black female, like butch female, who is the CIA director. His
boss lady.
Not his baby mama, but his new wife is one of the characters. Very strong. It takes over the, she loses her shit when she has to like actually shoot somebody. And then when he gets shot and they kill Charlie Cox, like at the end of the thing, sorry, spoiler alert.
Well, there you go.
His character off.
I was just going to say.
Nobody bats an eye. And then, so you got her, then you've got the secret agent from Russia who's like involved in all of this. And she, of course, is female. It's like a little femme Nikita. And it's that standard, stereotypical tough bitch.
So just to clarify, I digress. Rollo is pronounced Rollo, like roll a joint, right? That's how I'm hearing you pronounce it. So, Rollo joint.
And the pretty much any character that has any responsibility, any kind of like understanding, any kind of intelligence,
female.
Any kind of critical
it's
thinking
a female,
skills,
right?
Any kind of combat skills, any kind of go get it done, like do the right thing kind of thing. They're all female.
Well, yeah.
And they're all essentially male roles.
This is the new way things are done. Think about the Star Trek, Star Wars, The Force Awakens. The new Luke Skywalker's wannabe lady. It's all about making women these heroes in a way that's totally impossible. I was watching The Mandalorian, and that one lady who got fired from the show, I don't remember her name, for saying something politically incorrect. She's all big and buff and badass and kicking ass, and I was like, dude, that's so unrealistic. That would never happen in real life, but Hollywood has a total hard-on for portraying these unrealistic realities.
They put women into those roles, and it's got to the point where it's so characteristic of these shows that that's what you come to expect. And so,
that's all gratuitous.
They kill off Charlie Cox.
I consider that gratuitous as shit. When I watch something on Netflix, there are always like the dominoes of the show that I'm like, okay, where's the gratuitous gay? Where's the gratuitous men are stupid? This guy's an imbecile. All gratuitous to try and frame the psyche of society with these nonsensical inversions of reality.
Character at the end of the last episode, I'm just going to give it away because you guys don't want to watch this crap anyways. But and nobody.
I'm glad you said that, I guess, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch that. But now it's like, okay, so it's just woke nonsense.
Insignificant at the end of this. His sacrifice, and he basically just gets gunned down by the black female CIA operative. Like right straight there in cold blood. And the bad guy, of course, is a male. The people who are trying to prop him up, the real traitor is also male. And when you see characters like that, it's like you're expecting this. And by the way, this is formulaic now. There's all kinds.
That's what I'm saying. It's gratuitous. And I just sit and I watch and I wait for it. I literally will watch a series on Netflix and it's like, it'll go a few episodes and I'm like, wait a minute. Where's the gratuitous gay stuff in here? And then I'm like, wow, they didn't have it. And then the next episode, it's like, oh, okay. They wrote in a gay couple instead of like a male-female couple just to have a gay couple in there. And it could have just been a male-female couple, but nope. Every single solitary thing has to have that gratuitous storyline in there. And I say gratuitous not to criticize gay people per se, but because if it's a good story, it's a good story, but it's very much like, well, we got to put that in there. So it has this contrived nature that makes it much less interesting to watch.
Different shows, just like this. Like, what was the other one I was watching? Oh, it's The Recruit, by the way, which I thought was pretty good. But it's the same format. Now, The Recruit actually kind of had, like, the main character doesn't die, but it's the same format. There's a Russian spy, there's the CIA director, and it's like the same thing. It's like the same formulaic crap. But the main
people are into that now, dude.
Is male, is weak. He might as well be like they could just as easily put a female in there, but they feel like they have to at least like mix it up a little.
You'd think somebody would want to come into that environment creatively and say, hey, I want to do a traditional unwoke show and see how that goes. But they're like, no, you can't do that. We have our quotas, our woke quotas, equity, get all that stuff in there.
Right.
They want to make
now along comes
equal outcomes.
A guy
impossible.
like Andrew Tate. He is Captain Kirk.
You can fucking regulate equal opportunity. You can just say that there is, and there is, but you can't regulate equal outcomes between people. That's just not possible.
Is Han Solo. He is that.
Oh, excuse me. I don't like the comparisons of Han Solo to Andrew Tate or Captain Kirk or whatever. I'm just not going with that because the characters you're citing have a lot of good character as people. Andrew Tate has a lot of insight about a lot of things. He has stated all kinds of things that are really brilliant and spot on about society, but on a personal level, his moral character is questionable. And although I'm still amused by him, I can't say that I entirely dislike the guy. I hope what they say about him, I hope it's not true, but if it is true, that's a shame, I'm inclined to think they're out to get him.
Character, and if he's not, he certainly portrays it well enough online that people respond to it. That's why you
compare him
need
to Han Solo. You're calling him Han Solo, though, really? Han Solo and Captain Kirk, because at the root of it, inside those guys, there's a virtue that is lovable, those characters. And I'm not sure about Andrew Tate. I think there's something shady about Andrew Tate, and I can't help it. And I'm not going with some mainstream narrative because I like the alphaness of him. I like how he's just like, do whatever the fuck I want. That the positive male things about him, the masculinity, I like all those things. That's cool. I look up to him in that way. I've seen him, command the attention of rooms when I listen to him talk and stuff, and make great points around people and be cordial but not take bullshit from people.
That you want to see. Star Wars is dead. Okay, it's gone. God forbid you go and watch Indiana Jones Part 6, right? It's not the same show. It's not the same character anymore because people don't know how to write those characters.
They watered it the fuck down, and Harrison Ford is too old for that role. I'm just, you cannot capture nostalgia after a certain point. And I hated those new Star Wars movies too. They just sucked balls. That is not what I wanted. What I wanted to say was they suck balls. Not wah, wah, wah.
On comes Andrew Tate, and everyone responds to it. Yeah. Everyone. 12-year-old kids. What color is your Bugatti? Of course. It's like in this desert of masculinity. Along comes Andrew Tate, and he could be the worst criminal in the world, and people would not care because in this ocean of this lack of masculinity, along comes this
people are starved for that kind of strong man persona again. And if you stand out, it's like you become a populist figure and you put a target on your back because they are trying to destroy that strong male masculine archetype, that savior archetype. And a dude with an attitude like that can inspire a lot of people to stand up to a lot of fucking bullshit.
Han Solo, who is a devil-may-care, I don't care if you call me a misogynist. I don't care if you think I'm a chauvinist.
That's the way I'm
going to go on
feeling.
Sean Reynolds' show, and I'm going to tell you like it is. And of course, wildly, wildly popular. That's why. So when they see a guy like Matt Walsh, you're just basically another brown cow in the herd of cows. That's what it comes down to.
Am I a brown cow?
Spoiler alert, every TV show.
Oh, God. Am I a brown cow? For real, is that me? Because I know that I've always wanted to stand out. I used to say to my dad, mediocrity is for shit. And it's like, which is not nice because there are a lot of good people who are mild-mannered and mediocre, but I've always felt that way, whether it was music or the radio or whatever I was doing. I don't want to be mediocre. I want to stand out. And if I have to cup some balls and smack on them hard with a paddle to get people's attention, I will. I don't know what any of that means. I'm loopy and I'm going with it tonight. Bear with me.
Yeah, exactly. Woman survives. Is there any way to take bets? Yeah, it's like, why?
I'm just a brown cow and the rest of the brown. I like to think I'm not the fucking sheep, dude. Look at that. I caught him on a funny moment there. Like, oh, Justin Hawkins rides again. Okay.
I don't even want to watch crap anymore. I don't even want because, and then even like I watch Wednesday.
No, you're
by
right.
the way.
Occasionally there are good shows, and I know exactly how you feel. Like sometimes the fucking wokeness in some of these TV shows these days is insufferable, and I can't stand it. I'm sick of it. All the gratuitous shit in TV programs, I'm sick of it. Like, just come up with good traditional characters, okay? People are starving for it. And lead us back in the other direction, you know. Media, there's a lot of media that should be abolished because it sucks that bad what they're subjecting us to in life as far as taking us down this unnatural path of wokeness. It's not a byproduct of what evolved and survived because it was the proper natural selection. It's what's evolving because they're fucking with people's heads constantly. And I'm personally sick of it. I probably said that a million times tonight.
Daughter really wanted to watch it, so we watched Wednesday. It was funny. It was okay, I guess. But every main character is female, and every male character in there was effeminate. Was very much the lower end of the player. Even the headmistress.
So I'm wondering, Rollo, if you were offered a role in some major TV show that paid you like an insane, obscene fortune, and let's say you could act this role, would you take that role or would you say no? Because right now you're criticizing those guys in those roles, but would you take that job if they offered you that job? Let's say you get $20 million to play an effeminate counterpart to The Rock. Like, let's say it's a comedy duo, and I'm just saying, let's say you fit that role. You're up with The Rock, and you guys are fighting crime, but you're like the sissy sort of effeminate male to the Rock. And would you do that? If they were paying you like $20 million for that, would you be like, oh, okay, I'll be the effeminate dude? So people are just taking jobs, and it's like, you know, beggars can't be choosers in that industry, I don't think.
Female.
But it's a whole different thing for me. Like, so I would play the effeminate role, just to clarify. If I got offered the effeminate role, I would play the effeminate role for the money. However, the caveat of me not taking that job is something entirely different. I'm not doing that for anybody ever. You know what I'm saying? F you. I'm Captain Kirk all the way on that. F you, I'm not doing that.
The bad guy, of course, was this evil white bad guy who was there. But all of the characters who were propping up the bad guy, they're still female. And I'm like, of course, Andrew Tate is going to be the purple cow in the sea of the ocean herd of brown cows.
I want to be a purple cow.
That's because it's so rare that we see that.
What color cow are you, Rollo?
I'm masculine, and it doesn't matter whether or not he was a sex trafficker. It doesn't matter if he was laundering money. It doesn't matter if he's a criminal whatsoever. In fact, the criminality only contributes to the conventional masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
It only reinforces that.
Yeah.
So when you tell me, loyalty and vulnerability and all this other bullshit, it's like that. I can go on Netflix and get that. Thanks.
Good video. I said some silly shit. I don't know if it's lame. I will know when I play this back if it's lame or not. Oh, okay. So next I have a video of Fresh and Fit. Let me pull it up here. I think I have it over here. Let me look. Yas. Oh yeah. Here we go. Cut that one out. Come back over here with that. So here's the thing. Myron Gaines is the host of Fresh and Fit, right? And what I wanted to say about him is I was watching Fresh and Fit the other night before I went to bed for about an hour and a half. And they had a total of 8 chicks on who 6 of them were insufferable to me with how shallow and stupid they were. And the other 2 were quiet and humble in their answers. And the reason I bring this up was I was loving how this guy Myron commands the shit out of that room with those women. Like he just shuts them down and says whatever he wants, and he is not afraid of an argument. He is not being Mr. Nice Guy, and so I look up to that a lot because I've always had nice guyitis. It's this fella right here on the far left. That is Myron right there. Let me show you his face up close right there. I like this guy because he just shuts these chicks down. It looks they have a whole different mix than what I was watching the other night here. And sometimes I'm overwhelmed as shit watching this show because they have like 10 people all around the table and they're all talking all at once and I'm like, "Oh, I feel battered by all of it." So to me, if you had like 3 women and the other dudes, it would be like much more manageable. This is just so wild and you see people knocking drinks over and stuff, but I love their studio. I love the whole vibe. I love the whole thing they have going on here. I enjoy the shit out of it, actually. I've like learned to really start appreciating this show. I see they have a Streamcaster here. I'm going to get one of those so that when I'm changing scenes from one camera to another, I can just do it with my hand and be like, boom. It'll be a lot quicker and more reliable. But anyway, I'm a gear queer, so I'm pointing that out right there. See that Streamcaster right there, and he's got the big one. It's got what, 8 times 4 is 32 buttons on there. That's badass, dude. Look at all these microphones. And the way I look at it and I'm thinking, oh my God, with all the cables and each one of these mics is like $400. I bought mine for $350 because I bought 4 of them at once and they gave me a deal. So they wound up being $350 each. But so I'm like, these guys have money and so it's not like being on late night TV or something, but they will have as many as 20,000 people watching their live stream. And for streaming, that's a shit ton of people. And I find that interesting. And so I don't know what this clip is. I haven't reacted to it yet. But what I am learning is the more I get to know this guy, I want to be like him as far as just shutting down stupid women. His name is Myron Gaines. Okay, yeah. I like him. He's smart as shit and he's tough. Like, cause it's tough when you have a bunch of heavy ass, and I mean like heavy in their attitude women. He just shuts them down and they shut right the hell up. And I like that.
2 things: 6 figures, 6 feet tall, 6 inches, or we'll say looks and attractiveness.
Yo, fellas, do we gonna do this with the ladies or what?
Yeah, we could do that with the ladies too. So we'll go with the girls first. So we'll start right here on Miss Cuba. So 2 of the options: 6 figures, 6 feet tall, 6 inches, or attractive.
Those are pretty bad options, by the way.
Okay, so pick only 2 though. You can only take 2. Most important 2 for you.
Looks,
this is interesting. Okay, good.
And I guess
Don't
money.
say dick.
Ambitious.
Oh, money.
Okay.
I love what he said.
Yeah, dress it up.
The money.
Yeah.
I want to see what chicks say the wiener.
I always tell y'all, man. All right.
Clever.
So looks and the money is the most important for you. So you can have a small dick and not be that.
That's crazy.
And not be tall.
Well, 6 inches is a small dick.
I am not tall.
6 inches is a small dick. Oh my God, you know. Oh gee whiz. 6 inches is small.
Yeah, but what if you got a tic-tac?
I'm not even going to explain what the hell I'm upset about. What do you just take a guess what I'm upset about, okay? Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. Let's keep watching.
All right, so that's good for her. All right, what about you? Pick 2.
I'm picking 6 figures and 6 feet tall.
6-figure niggas.
Okay. So, so you don't care about him being attractive or having at least 6 inches.
Not when he making 6 figures.
Okay. What about you? Pick 2.
Man, money is the deal,
I'm
man.
gonna go with look.
Money is the value they want. Some of these ladies, and believe me, though, she would still step out on him and cheat on him. I think because the marriage is still a business proposition that is an outrageous, unfair contract to men, and so it's like all of a sudden, as Rollo says, you're talking cash and prizes. You break up with a guy and it's like a win-win for the woman who gets taken care of in most states with the family court when you bust up a marriage.
And money.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't care about the dick size or height either.
Okay.
I guess not.
I guess not.
I guess not.
What
You
about you?
do.
I will go with
Tell us.
6 feet tall
Okay.
and 6 figures.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
6 feet tall and looks.
I think I
You don't care about-
qualify for some of these women if I can get a toupee going.
Nope. Make my
But
own.
but the thing is, I'm not feeling that they qualify for me. Just the high maintenance makeup makes me nervous. Like, no, thank you.
Okay. Does your guy make more money than you? Your husband?
We pretty much make a lot, so we're good.
He makes equal to you or more?
We pretty much a little bit more.
He makes a little bit
crazy.
more than you?
Yeah, nothing crazy. We're about even.
Okay. What about you?
6 kangaroo. 6.
What? I didn't even get that. What happened?
6 kangaroo. 6.
What? What am I not understanding about this? See, it's like it's a zoo in there. Too many women. I'm overwhelmed. And they're not the kind I want to hang out with.
Just in the building. She was like, yo, kangaroos, Australia, I'm down.
Kangaroos? Why kangaroo? She misspoke. She said kangaroo. That lady's lips. Excuse me. Look at her lips. Look at her lips. It's like you are a billboard for insecurity. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but I want to encourage ladies not to do that. That's why I point that out. Because that was probably a perfectly beautiful lady there. And for some reason, she thought blowing her lips up like that. I mean, is that not tragic? Shit.
I don't think it was going to work there. She was just about to say 6'4". I'm 5'10" and a half. So I'm out.
All right.
5'10" and a half.
Kangaroos is not on the list. But,
Still look pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, so 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 inches, or looks. Pick 2. Go.
So hard for you? Like, come on.
6 feet.
Oh, brother. You don't qualify for me, honey. Yeah, exactly.
6
My
kangaroos.
God. Talk about dead. I don't know. You had all the time before they got to you, and you're like, decide. It's like, I know what I want in women. Why is it so hard for you to spit it out? That's a sign of insecurity, you.
What? Yes, 6 kangaroos. She said 6 kangaroos.
See,
I'm just gonna...
the asinine way I'm behaving right now, as I watch this, I would be so shy in that group of people, like because it's all like I'm in control here. I can shut them up by muting them or pausing here, and I feel like, ooh, me alpha in my own environment. But if I got in there, all of a sudden I would feel like my whole head shrunk down, and I would be like, need to shut up now. And it depends on who it is, because some people like their fucking lips, man. Shit. Like, actually, the message I want to convey is love yourself. Don't fucking go fuck up perfection when you have it, and like learn to love yourself, because anything you do extrinsically like that, you're not gonna just suddenly feel better about it unless you have a hair lip, unless it's something really grotesque and out of the ordinary. But I bet you if I saw a before picture of you, the fat lip lady, where is she here? Let's back up. Where is she? That lady right there. We don't have a close-up of her. There she is right there. That lady, I bet you she was picturesque beauty when she was younger, but she broadcasts insecurity now, and I'm not trying to make her upset. If she were to hear me, hypothetically, I doubt she'll hear me, but I'm just like, learn to love yourself. Seriously. And it doesn't have to be harder because of the things I'm saying. You should love yourself with the perfection you were born with, for Pete's sake. And I'm so always irritated by a lot of the women on this show. It's rare that I'm like, that one I get a good vibe with or whatever. But even still, when I say that, I don't know their values. I don't know what they stand for ultimately. And this is not a good environment for me. Like, as far I want a conservative lady who wouldn't even probably consider hanging out in this group and speaking in some of the lowly, vulgar ways that women speak on here. I just don't like it. I'm critical.
I'm just gonna...
They're too loud. Shit, hold up. I'm like way over analyzing this. Hold on. Right there. Look at that lady. She's just like, oh my God. In her mind, I think she's like, that loud bitch. Quack, 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 quack.
I don't have either.
See, so I appreciate when I notice there are women who are laid back in here and that their personality is just kind of lay back and be quiet and modest in the situation.
Yeah. All right. Okay. What about you? Pick two. 6 feet, 6 inches, 6 figures.
6 feet, and 6 inches. I'm 6 feet tall. So you gotta be taller.
So
I knew that lady.
No, because I make that.
Okay.
I would never satisfy this lady here. You know that? She wants a man like that at least has 6 inches. It's like, you wouldn't satisfy me either, but it's not for some... It's because you're too loud. It's because you're too loud. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that about any of these chicks. It's not a racial thing. Loud girls don't like that.
A man that makes less money than you?
Of course.
Really?
Money don't make love.
I mean, she's 40.
That's not what it's about. Yeah.
Money don't make love.
You don't gotta be the big money baller.
Don't buy me love.
Okay.
I'm not supporting you.
Okay.
Don't chulo. Like that's not happening. But as long as you carry your own weight,
okay,
then we good.
Does the guy that you're may or may not be dating somewhat, does he make more than you or the same?
No,
he makes less than Okay.
What do you do, though? That's what I want to know. That's the full story right there. What does he do and what do you do? So, because you're acting like you're all hot shit, but what is it you do? What do you do?
I'm telling you, man, he's driving a car with no title.
Yeah.
He's driving.
Because you don't want to get the title.
What about you?
It's up to him.
So it'll be
That lady, I can just tell there are personalities that it never work with me, and not because I'm not well enough endowed to satisfy them.
figures.
It's a mutual unsatisfactory level of attraction we have for both of us, so we can agree to disagree and wish one another well on our way on the journey of life.
6 inches or over 6 inches.
Does your boyfriend have those two things for you?
Oh my God. She needs a man with 6 inches, okay?
Yeah, close. The inches, the inches are past, so that's good. So we're working on the 6 figures.
That was the close part.
The money's more important, but the 6 inches is still important. I guess that's only something that's going to satisfy you temporarily, because as you get older, the sex will get less no matter what, and everybody always gets more bored with sex the more they do it. No matter what.
I'm saying the 6 inches is past.
Okay.
So now we're working on the figures.
Yeah. Figure that shit out, bro.
Yeah, figure it out, man.
He's my baby. So.
All right, what about you?
6 figures and looks.
Okay. Does your guy match that? The answer is no.
More than me, actually.
Wait, what?
In money.
Does he make 6 figures?
Well, no, we're not there yet. We're still.
So he's not there. And then you said 6 figures and 6 feet, right?
6 looks.
Oh,
Those
six.
looks.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we're working on the 6 figures. All right. What about you?
Those guys are fun, and I'm definitely going to want to talk. I want to react more to videos from those guys. I've just been more obsessed with their show lately. It kind of sucks you in, and they've got a really big thing here, and I kind of find it fascinating, and they're very insightful, and these guys have the game down. I don't have the game down. I understand the game. I understand what I'm supposed to do, but I don't get out there and play it. So I'd probably be like a good coach, but actually going in there and doing it. But the truth is, if I was in a situation where it was kind of like a competition with other guys, like I watched the TV show on VH1 many years ago called The Pickup Artist with Mystery, and I know in that setting I would fare well in those situations because I can learn the material and I have a way of going up and being able to follow instructions with things and like that. I think I would fare well in a pickup artist competition scenario. But so here's a strange thing I will tell you, and then I'm gonna get going soon. Like I take a shower, and it's a warm shower, and the point is the warm makes me relaxed and comfortable. And at the end of the shower, I always have the habit of going to super bone chilling ice cold water for like a minute or 2 or 3 sometimes. And the point in that is it's multifaceted. I think it's good for the body and the health. But it's also like there's this idea I have of it as a stressor, and that if I face that stress, that I can face a lot of things that stress me out. And that's part of why I do the cold showers, is because it's like bone chilling cold, especially when it's winter and the water's coming in the pipes from the outside. It's just so freezing cold. But then you start adjusting to it and you realize I can do this, but you have that fear leading up to it. And when you face that fear, you become more bold. And I think that's the way hitting on women would work. But the thing is, I'm so particular about women that it's hard to imagine even like, oh, there's a woman I want to go up and talk to. I at least want to get some kind of indicator of interest and have some kind of prefaced idea of her values before I go up and start talking to someone. So it's just not it. Even though I understand some of the techniques and principles of game, and I think I have a gift for the gab and a sense of humor, and I know how to neg girls, and I've negged girls before. I can see an indicator of interest. I can also see when their mannerisms demonstrate they're not into me. I can also do the manipulative things to project a higher value for myself in one way or another. I know how to do all those things. As you can hear, I'm well versed in these concepts. I'm just like I'm reading Rollo's book right now. Rollo, like roll a joint, Rollo, and I picked it up again because I've been visiting a lot of these videos and I want some of these concepts to be fresh in my head. And right now he's talking about marriages in the church and whether we're talking about a covenant marriage or a contractual marriage. And it's disturbing to me because I know that I'm a guy, I want a covenant marriage. And a lot of women, the contract for marriage that the government enforces is so often like a very unjust, unbalanced outcome for men. It punishes men disproportionately. And so I open up Rollo's book, and this happened with a lot of his books, and I just start getting this feeling of sadness, like, why bother? And so that is part of where I am. And I'm not an incel or anything like that. I just have ridiculously high standards. And sometimes, here's a sickness I'll confess to you, that I think of myself as an intelligent person, and I have this attitude that, oh, that should be enough. Like, I can impress her with my intellect, but I think there's more to it than that, for sure. And I can't just rely on my cousin Tony. This is honestly my cousin Tony. He's like, Paul, dude, you're too deep with these girls. They're not that deep, dude. And I'm like, he's right. But it's also like I have this feeling if I'm going to have a love connection, you have to be somewhat deep to get with me, because you're going to have to endure the way I think about the world philosophically. I get deep about all kinds of shit. So I don't want a woman around me who's like, I don't get it. Like, you could be super hot, and if you're like, what? Like, I don't understand that. It's like, what do I want that around me for? A woman has to be able to hang with me intellectually. And, honestly, because you got to be crazy about someone. You have to connect on some deeper level. And I can't possibly imagine just being with a girl who looks good at my side, but she doesn't intellectually stimulate me also. I want the whole package. And it's also very hard because I don't think that a lot of women are grounded with good values in today's day and age. Sorry. Here I go with my misogyny again. Yes, sirree. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start wrapping this up right now. 43 minutes. I actually went 43 freaking minutes. I keep thinking, oh, I don't have enough for a show. And then I'm just like, babbity, babbity, bop. So I will say just good night to my favorite little owls really quick. Thank you, you two. We'll get more into you and the inspiration for you at some point. But for now, what I want to do is start wrapping this show up and saying, you're very special people to me, and I hope that some of you out there, the loyal small following that I have, that you will like these videos and subscribe to these videos and share videos with your friends and follow on the social media and share the silly things I say. And some of the shorts I've been putting up, every other one has been getting like a couple thousand views, which is kind of cool. And so I'll be taking clips and putting them on the Clips channel. You can subscribe there as well. And thank you very much, everybody. I'm grateful to those who are listening and who have been providing me with encouragement. I'm exhausted. I'm going to put this online and I'm going to go out and vegetate. I'm going to watch something online on TV, and I don't know what, but peace to you all. Yeah! I'm a furious freak!